Hi dear friends, we were discussing a poem, an epitaph by Davies. We have seen brief introduction about William Henry Davies, his birth, his death, and his contribution, literary contribution. At the same time, we have also seen the theme of the poem. Epitaph is a matter inscribed on a tomb. This is a poem about a good man who is a representative of a common man except his introspective nature. The poet attempts to convey the message that we all possess minimum goodness for which we are remembered and occasionally benefited. Everybody should behave properly because everybody should have goodness in him or her. Now we are going to see the poem detail in this video, an epitaph. Beneath this stone lies one good man. Means there is a tomb and one good man is buried there. So the first line of the poem is, beneath this stone lies one good man. And when we say his kindly thought towards all men was as generous to the living as to the dead. His kindly thoughts when he was alive, his kindly thoughts towards all men was as generous as living as to the dead. For dead person and for living person, his good and kindly thoughts was generous. What more for any mortal could be said? Once the person died, we cannot say negative remarks or statements. We cannot make negative remarks and or statements for the dead person. Even Ravan was killed by Rama. So Rama ordered Lakshmana to touch his feet for his greatness in many fields. So this is our culture that after the death we generally forget all the rivalry, enmity, and we generally do not make any sarcastic remark after the death of a particular person. So what more for any mortal could be said? Nothing. His only enemies were those he tried to help and failed, who blamed him in their pride. The dead person who is in the tomb, in his livelihood, he helped many people, but all those people failed and also blamed this person in their pride. If you help somebody continuously and once for any reason you are not able to help that person, definitely that person will start to blame you. So this is the mentality of common people. This person helped many enemies also, his personal enemies. But he was blamed by them in their pride, forgetting that his power was not as great as his intentions. There is two differences. One is intention and another is power. Powerful person may not have helpful nature. Perhaps he will not help anybody because he has a power. But common person has intention of helping somebody who is in critical situation and their own weak state, forgetting that his power was not as great as his intention and their own weak state, because they are weak, who are powerful. Mentally they are weak, and that's why they blamed this person. And if he met with men too slow to move into the fullness of his own clear love, he looked for the fault in his own self and not blamed other men, like our more common lot. We generally do not accept our mistakes. And if we have helping nature, we generally blame others. But that was not the case with this person. The person was so generous that he helped many people who are really poor and need his help. He met many people who needed his help. He moved clearly with his own love. He usually loved human beings, and that's why his nature, helpful nature, was with him, and he tried to help almost each and every person. He looked for the fault in his own self. He generally finds fault in himself. He has no such kind of a nature that he should find faults in others. Not blamed other men. Like our more common lot, we generally try to blame others. But he did not blame anybody throughout his life. His boundless trust and innocence of evil tempted the base and mean. He even trusted boundlessly on evil deeds also and evil persons also, because he firmly believed that there is goodness in evil people also, immoral people also. There is goodness in them. And he helped the devils, those who are really devils. This good man who died really helped them, because he firmly believed that there is goodness in all these devil people also. Since such a man without suspicion, kind, was duped by many false, ungrateful mind, he helped many devil people. Though it is so, he was deceived by many a false, ungrateful mind. There are many people who are false and ungrateful. They tried to cheat him. They tried to deceive him. He has gone to heaven because he lived so well that many a wretch through him has gone to hell, who tried to torture him by any means. All they went to heaven, and he, the person who has good intentions after death, he has gone to heaven. The only message is given in this poem, and that is your good behavior with all. Though there is an enemy, there is a person who tortures you, you should behave properly and goodly with that person also, so that one day he will come to know your goodness, and the desire of behaving goodly will insert or increase in his mind afterwards. So this poem is about a good man and his death and the epitaph of his tomb. So whatever written in this poem is definitely a epitaph on his tomb inscribed. So all this information in the poem directly related to that person who is already dead, but his goodness is still there to guide other people in their behavior. So here ends this poem. There are some short answer type questions like, where does one good man lie? Why does one good man not help people? Where did he go after death? Where did many orage go? So all these questions are there. There are multiple choice type questions also that will be asked in the examination. Suppose there is online examination, only 5th, 6th and 7th module will be asked in the examination, online examination, and there are multiple choice type questions will be asked in online examinations. So you will have to solve all these questions in a proper way with appropriate answers. We will see model number 8 also in my next video. Till then, thank you very much.